some young broke dude.
Okay, so my husband and I decided to have a couple swap in the bedroom. Was fantastic, by the way. Months later, myself and the other female found out we are pregnant with the opposite man's child. While the other couple wants us to give the baby I will carry to them, and they want us to give their baby to us. They say this because the other guy wants his bloodline and his family. Or they said they want both babies since we already have 4 kids. I really don't know what to do. What do y'all think? I'm a 13-year-old girl doing it with a 19-year-old one, and I got pregnant, and when I told him, he then confessed to me he was doing it with another girl. The problem is we don't know if the child is half his or hers, because her eggs would still be in his penis.
308 ammo made with recycled plastic straws. Snowflake meltdown in 3, 2, 1.
Knowing what I know about both plastics and guns, sure, shoot that shit and see how long it takes before you start crying about how your AK or AR-10 needs a new barrel and has to have the chamber cleaned out with a blowtorch.
Come, obviously. Whatever article of clothing is closest to my bed. I have a drawer full of panties I collect with new and used ones, so I always have the right pair to come on. Usually depends on who I'm thinking about at the time. That's hella creepy, bro.
I really think I would be taken more seriously if I was a thin white man, but I will be constantly dismissed because I'm a fat brown man. I fucking hate women so much.
So heard it was fine putting your phone in the microwave to charge it. My charger broke yesterday. My battery was pretty low, so I thought I'd give it a go. This happened.
My son sent me this during school, and I am furious. I believe the school is trying to get kids to believe the earth is round, and now my son is following their beliefs. Oh boy, if he comes around my house believing that, he gonna get a taste of my 12-gauge shotgun.
I'm just wondering why I see so many grown-ass men riding bicycles while wearing backpacks during working hours. They're not in school, and they certainly can't be working. What the hell are they carrying around in those backpacks? I don't feel comfortable going for walks in my community. I often drive to the outskirts of town just to be able to go walking without having to carry a weapon.
People who believe in the Holocaust are fucking Nazi trash. What kind of anti-Semitic monster would want to believe that 6 million Jews were slaughtered in death camps? What a sick, disturbing fantasy.
Oh, golly me, this current generation is being taught lies. My young grandson came home the other night and told me about his air and space project. And believe me, I was absolutely mortified. He was telling me about this outlandish, fictional evidence that this God-blessed earth is round. I apologize, but the earth is as flat as that girl he brings home every night. Gosh darn it. I put my wash wizard in my dryer and it broke the machine, so I had to buy a new one, and now I don't have enough money to keep my mother on life support. Thanks for nothing. Oh, the cloths came out immaculate. Would recommend.
Sexual freedom is a sin and should be abolished. All non-penile vaginal sex should be banned. Premarital and out-of-marriage sex should be banned, and marriages should be decided by the state, the government. The reason you have all these men committing crimes is because they are sexually desperate, and a lot of them are in denial about it. Women find the vast majority of men physically, sexually unattractive, whether they are too small or too ugly, leaving even more potential criminals. These women are ruining society by making more men into desperate criminals. Women nor men should be able to choose their partners, and they should be forced to marry by law at 10 years of age with another mate of 10 years of age. Their partner shall be chosen by the government. Neither partner cannot refuse the government's pairing choice, and if they do, they will be executed by law of denial of government choice.
I apologize if you think this is way off, but is there a possibility there's a connection between vaccines and these mass shootings? Because I'm transitioning to be a girl, but I'm a pretty boy.
Nah, you're an ugly f***. Maybe you should keep what God gave you. Being gay is bad enough, but you want to be a trans? Fuck is wrong with you?
I know what isn't wrong with me. I'm not a fuckboy bigot who gets himself off by disparaging people. Maybe if you got your head out of your ass, you would realize I'm a person too, you fucking slimy bitch. No mortal man can do all that Trump is doing in the face of withering opposition. We are witnessing something supernatural here. God has chosen and blessed Trump. He is our modern Moses, come to set us free from the socialist oligarchy. In 2020, he will part the blue sea.
Native Americans need to move back to India.
If humans are finding my bones, then how did I turn into oil? Never I have ever believed dinosaurs were real. I thought they were full of crap when they were teaching about them in school.
Sit your kids at the fucking bar and they'll hear me say fuck a lot. Sit your kids at the bar when there are fucking empty-ass mofo tables, then I get louder. Mix in some drinks and watch out, bitches. I don't care if it's a family restaurant. The sign says happy hour and I'll say fuck as loud as I can. Leave your fucking rugrats at home or sit at a fucking table. Bars are for curse words and alcohol, not kids.
Selling our son's birthday presents. We're selling all the toys our 9-year-old just received for his birthday 3 weeks ago. He's been acting out lately and saying that he doesn't believe our religion and wants to be a scientist. We're fine with him wanting to learn, but he should learn about God. We can't tolerate him questioning and backtalking, so we're going to sell everything. Just so you know, we're going to make him watch this happen so the lesson really stinks in. And the money will go to sending him to Bible camp this month.
Drinking bleach will not cure cancer or autism, FDA warns.
FDA don't tell you 37% hydrogen peroxide will increase O2 in your body that helps fight diseases, if done correctly. FDA wants us to keep depending on Big Pharma.
We're in the early stages of considering adoption. I'm anxious about the level of trauma that adopted children experience. Can you request to adopt a child with less trauma? I am a 25-year-old unhappily married girl who needs advice. I married my boyfriend young because he has his own business and can take care of me and my children. However, after 5 years, he still hasn't been able to give me a baby. He is quite a bit older than me. He is friends with my dad. I'm beginning to think he may be impotent. I need a baby to make sure I don't end up with nothing if he decides to divorce me. My question is, if I get pregnant by someone else, will he still be obligated to support us? If he doesn't know the baby is not his, and I put him down as the father, then he is responsible, right? But if he does a DNA test and finds out he is not the father, will I be out in the streets? Please no negative comments, as I am just trying to provide for myself and my child. I didn't finish school and have no work experience. Sometimes I really just want to cut my fucking dick off. It would make things a lot easier, but instead, I guess I'll just live in the spirit. Facebook just suggested that I friend all of these women with profile pictures have their big ass titties hanging out, and I'm trying to be good for the Lord these days. So I'm all like, what the fuck, Facebook? Yeah, fucking fuck her, Satan. It is easy to live with eyes closed. Just saying.
Lesbianism is a fake sexuality. Practically all women, not my family, kiss each other on the lips and caress each other's breasts and get dressed in front of each other while naked. Also, there is no way there is a woman does not like Gus inside her. They use dildos, don't they?
Global warming scam is just a big money spinner to get more of your cash. All of mankind produces only 0.0012% CO2 present in our atmosphere. There is an actual shortage of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere to feed the systems that depend on it for life. Share that with your local greenie.
This kid literally brought a jug of water to class and is just drinking out of it. I hate college and I hate white people.
I just witnessed this family yell at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru employees. I was the car behind her. After she yelled at them, she threw her milkshake on the ground for the employees to pick up and clean up after her. And then she had the audacity to demand to speak to a manager. That's what she's doing in this picture, speaking to a manager. What a trashy individual. If this was you, shame on you, you self-entitled bee.
I work in a pet store. A woman was looking at our betas and asked me whether one was male or female. I told her that they were all male, because they are. Our company only orders male betas. She looked at me incredulously and pointed at one and asked, "Even this one?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" "It's pink though. Why is the male fish pink?" I swear, she was borderline angry at me. I didn't know how to explain that fish genetics don't adhere to human gender roles.
White people have done everything to make my life miserable, yet I'm supposed to not hate white people? I feel your pain, Sarah Rao. I feel it, comrade.
Oh my gosh, I was at the white people's meeting last week when your name came up and they were discussing our plans to make your life miserable. We were so afraid that you blame yourself for your own failings instead of us. It's so great to see that we're making a difference.
I took my daughter to meet the teacher tonight, walked into the classroom and saw that the entire room was drenched in a Harry Potter theme. So I'm looking around and find it very interesting that I can be standing in a third grade classroom in the middle of the so-called Bible Belt, parents everywhere, and no one cares that the room is drenched in wizards, warlocks, and sorcerers. Well, this parent does. 20 minutes later and my daughter's now with a different teacher. Ridiculous.